Hey everyone, greetings and welcome to this new video. Today we're going to take a look at how the awesome Resident Evil 5 looks and performs when running on a Nintendo Switch 2. First, it's worth remembering that Resident Evil 5 on the original Nintendo Switch was a port released back in October 2019, developed by Capcom with the goal of reaching 1080p in docked mode and 720p in handheld mode, always running at 30 FPS. As of the recording of this video, Capcom hasn't released any kind of performance or enhancement patch for this version. However, thanks to the extra power of the Switch 2, Resident Evil 5 runs much better than it did on its predecessor. Now the game holds a 1080p resolution in both handheld and docked modes, and performance improves, reaching between 40 and 60 FPS with occasional drops in frame rate. The game clearly takes advantage of the console's extra power to deliver the best performance possible, so for me, this is the best way to enjoy Resident Evil 5 on Nintendo systems. On the other hand, and being honest, there are barely any changes to texture resolution or lighting. Keep in mind that this port was designed around the capabilities of the original Switch, and there's still no enhancement patch available. Because of that, this version comes with some technical compromises, such as reduced model geometry and some lower resolution textures. Even so, it still looks really good overall, as you can see on screen. For example, in the grassland area, there's a lot of action, with plenty of effects and explosions that don't hurt performance, and gameplay remains very smooth. That said, I have noticed that in certain scenes, the number of enemies on screen is lower compared to other systems. Having played on both the original Switch and the Switch 2, I can confidently say that loading times are much better on Nintendo's new system, most likely thanks to the new storage solution. Load speeds can be anywhere from 2 to 4 times faster depending on the chapter, which is a huge improvement. This is especially appreciated because almost every Resident Evil game on the original Switch suffers from very long loading times, with Resident Evil 0 and Revelations 2 being particularly extreme in that regard.
We're getting answers is from Irving.
I know we're talking about an older game, but Resident Evil 5 on the Nintendo Switch 2 is a great experience, and even today it still holds up with more than decent visuals. Obviously, if you already own this game on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, or PC, you're not missing out on anything new. That said, being able to play it in full HD at a smooth 60 FPS in handheld mode is something special. Well, maybe not if you own a Steam Deck. In the end, I'd say that if you have this console and you're interested in Capcom's series, this version is absolutely worth it. And in case you're wondering, while playing this game, my console's battery lasted a little over 2 hours without needing a charge, although that can vary depending on factors like screen brightness or Bluetooth connections, so keep that in mind. If you play in docked mode, you'll notice that the console stays fairly cool, and in this mode I didn't run into any issues with temperatures or performance. Overall, that's pretty much it, everyone. I just wanted to share my experience with this great game running on the new Switch 2. Later on, I'm hoping to make more videos like this to also show you other games, such as Resident Evil 6, 7, Village, or Requiem, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see any of those. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching, have an excellent day, and there'll be more content on the channel soon. Greetings to everyone, and until next time, bye-bye.